What is good, YouTube? Ace of Hearts here. This is a video on the 2021 finals predictions. I'm gonna just do like a little rundown of who I think is gonna lead and who I think is gonna win. All that good stuff. So yeah, man, let's just go ahead and get into the video. Now, first and foremost, I want to give congratulations to the Milwaukee Bucks. I did not think they were gonna make the finals this year. With all the injuries, just completely lopsided my my bracket, my predictions. Shout out to the Bucks, shout out to Chris Middleton, shout out to Giannis, Drew Holiday, Mike Budenholzer. They deserve it, man. Like especially Giannis, with all the criticism he got last season for his performance and all that good stuff, and Chris Middleton with his performance. You know, Drew Holiday hasn't really had a chance to get this far in a postseason. So yeah, it's just a really good moment for basketball for Milwaukee. And yeah, this is the first time the Bucks have made the finals since 1974. I think that's what the graphic said. So yeah, man, it's been a long time coming. But with that being said, I'm going to start with my 2021 finals leaders in the 5 major statistical categories. So for points per game, I have Giannis. I think he's gonna average about 28 points per game. In the graphic, the numbers that I have, they're all just rounded up. I'm not putting like a point, whatever. I'm just gonna round it up so what I think is best fitting for each player. So yeah, for points per game, I got Giannis at coming in at 28 points per game. I think Giannis is going to be healthy by the time the finals start. I believe they start on the 8th. I might be wrong about that though. It might start earlier. But yeah, I think Giannis is going to average 28 points per game. I got DeAndre Ayton coming in at 14 rebounds. Or for rebounds per game, I got DeAndre Ayton coming in at 14 rebounds per game. Now, this one was kind of controversial not controversial. It was just hard to gauge because the Bucks actually lead the playoffs in rebounding, but I feel like DeAndre Ayton gets off his feet really quick, and I feel like the way the Bucks get rebounds is by just their immense size. They have a lot of players. They have a lot of tall players. Like, I'm pretty sure the shortest player in their starting lineup is only 6'4" at Drew Holiday, and still that's big for a point guard. But I just feel like DeAndre Ayton he hustles harder than most when it comes to rebounding, and he gets off his feet pretty quick, and he's 7 feet tall. So I think he can out rebound Lopez. But yeah, I have DeAndre Ayton coming in at 14 rebounds per game. For my assists per game, obviously Chris Paul. It was between Chris Paul and Drew Holiday, and I got Chris Paul at 9 assists per game. Shoot, I might say 10, but we'll just keep it at 9. Steals per game, I got Drew Holiday. I think with his size and the pressure that he puts on other players like guards, I think he's definitely a front runner for steals per game. If I wasn't to say Drew Holiday, I'd say Chris Paul. So those two categories are interchangeable with Chris Paul and Drew Holiday. Blocks per game, I got Brook Lopez. I think he's just too sturdy of a player to move in the post, and I feel like his length can just get you a lot of blocks. And I would say my runner-up is DeAndre Ayton. So yeah, that's my my finals leaders for every major statistical category. You guys can let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And yeah, let's just move on to the next one. Next, we got finals MVP. This was surprisingly easy. I thought it was going to be harder to think about, but it's kind of clear cut with each team. I personally have the Suns. I picked the Suns to win. I guess the hardest part about making this prediction was really just the stats for who I thought who's gonna win the award. So my pick is Chris Paul. I think he's going to average 24 a game. I feel like he's going to assert himself more on offense than he did in previous series because of Drew Holiday guarding Devin Booker. Probably guarding Devin Booker. I got him averaging 9 assists, 2 steals, 48% from the field, 40% from 3. I feel like that's a pretty good range for Chris Paul. I don't think Chris Paul is going to take that many threes, but I do think he can hit them at a high clip, especially in the fourth quarter. So yeah, that's my prediction for the Suns. If the Suns were to win, I got Chris Paul winning the Finals MVP for the Suns. And if the Bucks win, I got Giannis at 28 points per game, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, a block, 53% from the field. The only way that he could not win Finals MVP is if Chris Middleton comes in very close with points per game. The reason I say that is because Chris Middleton has been, whenever the Bucks seem to like not be able to get away from a team, or they seem to be behind for whatever reason, there's always a quarter when Chris Middleton goes insane. I'm pretty sure there's been 3 quarters or maybe 4 quarters this playoffs where Chris Middleton has scored more than 15 points in that quarter. Like, I believe last night he scored 16 straight against the Hawks in another game. I think he scored 20 in the fourth. Against the Heat, I'm pretty sure he scored like 16 or 17, and then he hit that game winner in overtime. Against the Bucks, he had some, or not the Bucks. Against the Nets, he had some games where he scored a lot of points in a quarter. So that's really the only person that I can see competing with Giannis for Finals MVP. But for the Suns, I don't see anyone competing with Chris Paul, because we all know if Chris Paul wasn't there, the Suns, they're not winning anything at all. The Bucks just beat the Hawks twice without Giannis. Well, to be fair, did the Suns beat the Nuggets without Chris Paul? I can't remember which round they did. No, it was against the Clippers, but they only won 1 game. No, they had Chris Paul. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just, you know what? Just leave it alone. Chris Paul, my pick for the Suns Finals MVP. For the Bucks, it would be Giannis with a very close second in Chris Middleton. That's my pick for Finals MVP. Let's move on to the next topic. Team leaders. Now, this probably took me the longest to do, just because I had to look at who was leading in what during the playoffs. I had to see which each team's strength and weaknesses were. Neither team has a weakness, but it was just in comparison to the other team. So points per game, I got the Suns at 109 points per game. I feel like that's a pretty good number. I don't feel like this series is going to be extremely high scoring, but I don't think either team is lacking offensively to the point where they can't score at least 100 points. So I say 109 points with the Suns leading in that. Rebounds per game, I definitely have the Bucks. The Bucks, they average like 50 boards a game in the playoffs, so I just put 50. The Suns will give them a run for their money in the rebounding department, though, because they do have Ayton and they do have a lot of forwards. So it'll be interesting to see that. But I do have the Bucks with 50 rebounds a game. Assists, that goes straight to the Suns. I'm pretty sure the Suns led the league in assists this year. I got them with 28. They average like 29 or 20. I might have gave them more assists in the postseason than just them overall this season. Steals, I also have the Suns. The Suns are a very long team. Again, they have a lot of forwards, very versatile forwards. They have Chris Paul as well, who's a great defender. So yeah, that wasn't too hard of a prediction for me to make. Blocks per game, I gave that to the Bucks. They just have too much size. They just have way too much size. Pretty sure the Bucks average like 4 blocks a game. I just gave them an extra one just because the people who score don't really attack the rim much. And I feel like if they were to attack the rim, they would probably get their shots sent back. Not most of the time, but a good portion of the time. Field goal percentage, I have the Bucks. Their size, Brook Lopez, Giannis, Middleton, Drew Holiday, just makes it really easy to score when you're a bigger player. 3-point percentage, I got the Suns. The Suns have so many people that can shoot the basketball. Devin Booker, Chris Paul, Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Cameron Payne, Dario Saric, who else? Torrey Craig. I feel like Jay Crowder. I completely forgot about him. Jay Crowder. So yeah, they just have a lot of people who can shoot the three. I'm pretty sure they're top 3 in 3-point percentage this postseason as well. Field goal, free throw percentage, excuse me. I got the Suns at 88%. I feel like that's a pretty good number. I'm pretty sure they're second behind the Nets, and the Nets aren't even in the playoffs anymore. So that's a pretty good prediction. I'd say for my part. Turnovers, I got the Suns. Because the Suns are a very pass-heavy team, I feel like they're gonna eventually throw some bad ones because the Bucks are so big and long, and they're, you know, they have a lot of size with them. So I feel like they're probably gonna have some turnovers. Plus, it's a lot of the players in this finals, it's their first time being there. So I feel like there's gonna be a lot of turnovers. Fouls, I also have the Suns. The only reason I have the Suns is because of Giannis. I feel like they're gonna hack Giannis. If it's close in the fourth quarter, I feel like they'll foul him more. That's really the only reason why I gave them more fouls, just because of that one reason. But yeah, I got the Suns. I got the Suns winning in 7 games. Chris Paul, Finals MVP, first ring, all that good stuff. This series is going to be very interesting. I don't really think this is what anybody expected when the postseason started, but this is what we got. So just gotta take what we have, enjoy it. It's going to be a great series, though. A lot of players in this finals it's their first finals appearance, so it's just a beautiful thing to see, man. Just 2 teams going at it. And before I leave, I want to leave you guys with one fun fact. It is very ironic that these 2 teams face off in the finals, because I believe it was 1969 or 1970. It was either 68, 69, or 70. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was getting drafted that year. The Suns and the Bucks were 2 expansion teams that came in 1968. I can't remember what draft it was, but I know for a fact, to dispute who was going to get the first pick in the draft, the Suns and the Bucks did a coin toss in which the Bucks won, and they ended up picking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So that is a fun fact today before I let you guys go. I'll probably leave like an article in the description of that. I found that very interesting. I learned that maybe like a year ago or so. Yeah, that's a very interesting fact. I find it pretty ironic as well. But yeah, man, those are my finals predictions. It's been your boy Ace of Hearts. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know who you think is gonna win. If you want to chip in your own thoughts on each category, you can. I'm always happy to listen to other people's opinions on things. So yeah, man, as always, I love you guys, and peace.